2020 was a brutal year for livestock markets hit by COVID demand slowdowns and supply chain disruptions. While they've recovered off the lows, what's ahead? Pat Von Tersch joins me, and we talk first about the cattle supply to start 2021.
We finally sort of turned the corner as it relates to no longer expanding the herd year over year. In the last cattle on feed report helped us support that theory. But in terms of backed up cattle, I think we got ourselves as current as we wanted to.
Demand has held up quite well in the beef sector, surprisingly enough. And what do you see going ahead, especially as we start maybe getting the vaccine in place?
So hopefully I would expect to see some better economic activity as we work through 2021. Should be good for food service trade, should be good for beef demand overall.
So what about processing disruptions? Do we have it all worked out?
Good, keep our fingers crossed, but I no question that we're in better shape today than we were last spring.
So do you have some price projections for cattle as we move maybe into first or even second quarter?
Would still target that mid 120 area or so on April cattle as a possibility, with the combination of a little bit tighter supplies as we go through Q1 and pretty good demand as we rebound that economic activity in the food service sector. There should be some opportunities for a little bit better chances than what we've got right now.
So what about the hog supply? Fourth quarter, obviously that's where the biggest numbers were. As we move into first quarter, what do you see for the supply situation?
You know, we've really been on a 10-year kick on building the hog herd in North America, and I'm hopeful that we're able to change that trend as we work through and into 2021.
Let's talk about the demand side first on exports, because it looks like we're going to have a record year for pork exports, in part because of China's robust demand, but they're rebuilding their hog herd at a very fast pace after ASF. So what is that going to mean for the U.S.?
Very aggressive rebuilding of the swine herd in China. There's still a lot of question, Michelle, in terms of how successful they're going to be in rebounding and building their hog herd without a vaccine available for ASF. And so I suspect as we go through 2021, it's going to be a little bit of a roller coaster there.
So what is your price outlook starting off 2021? We continue to see this premium structure where the back months are higher priced than the front months.
The hedging opportunity for 2021 has been running $10 to $12 better than what we've experienced in the spot market this year, and $4 or $5 better than what we've experienced the 3 years prior to this one. And so I do think there's some opportunities there to transfer risk.